It always been this old saying, what goes around comes around. And we already know how Fani Willis has been going after Donald Trump for the longest. And now she finds herself in a scandal that she cannot get up out of. Now, this one right here is coming from Doug, and this is like breaking news here. He said that Fani Willis has been hit with a bad look of 22 charges, and there's no way she can recover from this. Now, she's been hit with 22 charges, and we've seen everything that's been going on with this woman and what she's been trying to do, trying to find her way to get out of this scandal, but she cannot do it. She cannot do it. So this right here is a win for Donald Trump, because you know why? It delays it. And that's what they don't want. They don't want any delays. You know, Fani Willis, Jack Smith, all these people wanted these speedy trials, and it just pisses them off and upsets them when these right here get delayed. But they put their own self in this predicament. Now, we definitely finna check this out and see exactly what else done happen with old Fani Willis, because like I said right now, it's not looking good for her. A lot of us was pissed off when she went to a black church just to go in there and try to use the race card. Oh, they coming after me because I'm black. They coming after they got Nathan because he's black. Trying to use the race card all of a sudden, but it's not gonna work because we ain't falling for that crap. So like I said, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and dive straight into this. And let's check this out, y'all. Let's see exactly what happened.
Fani Willis is dealing with more than a bad look. I love all these professional lawyers and legal people coming out and going, no, there's nothing untoward about having a raunchy affair with someone and stealing them away from their spouse. That's how lawyers are over here at Newsweek. We all know better. Ask your spouse, would she rather catch you in an affair or catch you embezzling money from work? Just go ask your spouse. Trust me on this one. Fani Willis is in deep trouble no matter how hard they try and cover for her. You can't hide 22 charges. Here's Newsweek. Fani Willis's decision is a bad look, the ex-prosecutor warns. It's worse than a bad look. People who cheat on their spouses show that they don't keep promises. But women who steal other people's spouses show that they don't honor other people's contracts, promises, even if you're going to ignore the promise before God. A marriage is something that happens with the state also. Here's former U.S. Attorney Joyce Vance warned that Fani Willis' delay in speaking out on recent allegations of an improper relationship was a, quote, bad look and could make her a perpetual target for Donald Trump's legal team. Rightly so. Remember, there's 22 charges against Fani Willis, according to the Epic Times. Now, probably the way they break those out would be like one flight to the Caribbean is one charge. One flight to Napa Valley Winery and, hotel room is another charge. This woman, this is not looking good for Fani Willis, just because she happened to be involved by stealing another married man. Recently, the legal team for one of the accused co-conspirators, Mike Roman, alleged that Willis had engaged in an inappropriate romantic relationship with an outside attorney brought in to take part in the Trump investigation, Nathan Wade, and that this was grounds for her to be disqualified from continuing to oversee the case. Here's why it's grounds. Because Fani Willis goes like this. When Nathan Wade says, I promise to have and to hold, from this day forth, she hires that guy.
Yep.
And has him stab his wife in the back and betray that promise. And then Fani Willis and Nathan Wade put their hand on the Bible and say, I swear by the same Bible to tell the truth, Your Honor, and not, perjure myself. See, they can't be trusted. They're liars. They're grifters. Willis herself responded to the allegations on Friday, confirming that she did have a personal relationship. Oh, she's only a month after the rest of us. She went to a church first and accused everyone of racism.
Right.
And now she goes, guys, okay, I might have, Yeah, you're right. There was a relationship with Wade, but stating that it developed after he was brought on to the Trump case and did not present any sort of conflict of interest, which I don't even get how the distinction there. I'm going, whether if you went after him before or after.
It don't really matter.
I'm saying when two people get together, when two people have an affair and the chemicals go, and you're, quote, in love or even in lust, you are a compromised person. You have favoritism to someone that I don't expect you to be fair. It means something different than two neutral, uninvolved bodies. And these people are all ignorant for acting different. A number of expert analysts have noted that on the legal merits, it is accurate that Willis's relationship with Wade did not present any conflict of interest, though they were sleeping together on the road, though they were going to notably romantic places, spending government money to go to Napa Valley, to go to the Caribbean.
Government money.
Oh, I see nothing here. These people are frauds. All of these people in this article, all of these lawyers are going, oh, there's nothing untoward here. While also observing that the situation has created bad optics for the prosecution. Oh, this is only a bad look. It's optics. It's only what you see, they say. No, deep down, inside, as truth, values, and integrity, it is not just a bad look. It is an actual bad thing that she did. It actually points to the kinds of lawyers they are, the kind of laws they represent, the kind of trust in institutions they have, the kind of grift they're willing to pull off. And Wade were on the same side of the issue, but also warning that the DA's delay in addressing the allegations created a bad look. What a bunch of garbage. Despite the legal technicalities here, which suggests that Fulton County voters are entitled to have these cases managed by the district attorney they elected, Willis's delay in responding permitted the salacious allegation to fester and be treated as though they do merit recusal.
Wow.
Vance wrote. No, they do merit recusal. Her delay is part of the guilt. Of course, and it benefits Trump, by the way, for her to delay this thing longer. We really like when it takes longer. I wish she didn't come out with this information till the middle of summer.
Yeah, that'd have been
good job,
perfect.
Fani Willis.
That'd have been perfect.
But it also shows you're guilty and you were putting your story together because she did respond, remember. She just lied. She went and talked about Nathan Wade's merit and how great he is in that black church. And that's exactly what she did. If y'all can remember that, how she was trying to come out to everybody saying, oh, they coming after me, Trump them coming after me because I'm black, because Nathan Wade is black. We did nothing wrong. This is what she went to a black church and said. And then now she finally comes out and say, hey, we did have a romantic relationship. Obviously, so that means that this woman literally went to a black church and lied. And just straight lied. This is what they get. Then you got some of the articles up here talking about, oh, Fani didn't do nothing wrong. Now she's trying to debate whether she was going after Trump before she got with Nathan Wade. It don't matter. It's still wrong. You use government money to go on these trips. That was expensive. Y'all stayed in the same hotel. You made this man leave his wife. Think about that. Think about how this man's wife felt, that you made him leave her. You had everything to do with this. And so now look at her, hit with 22 charges. Then you still got people on the left trying to take up for her. Like, no, this woman literally went to a black church and just straight lied. Tried to play the racist card. It was all over Fox News. Everywhere. Said, look at her now. And she was going after Trump all of last year into this year. And then soon as she get caught in something, she want to go to you doing this because I'm white. You doing this because I'm black. Y'all only coming after us because we black. Like, no, don't try to use the racist card now because you got caught in a scandal. You was dead wrong using government money. You paid this man almost $700,000 to go after Donald Trump. Come to find out y'all both done visited the White House with Joe Biden. So there's a lot of stuff that's been going on that they've been trying to hide. And then look at the secret audio that came out that she did to Miss Timpson. Y'all remember that?
So this woman has so much stuff on her plate. That just goes to show you Fani Willis been corrupt this entire time. And I've been calling it out since last year. I've been calling this crap out. That this woman is straight corrupt. They're just straight going after Donald Trump for no reason at all. They have no reason to go after this man. And this is what happened when you go to bothering people that don't bother you. And now look what you got yourself caught into. And this is a win for Trump because, like I said, this type of stuff like this just makes everything be delayed. And like Doug said, I wish she would have waited as it got closer to election. It sure enough would have been delayed even longer. So think about this, y'all. How did she go to this church and lie and say that nothing happened and try to use the racist card and then come out and come to find out she admitted to everything? See what I'm saying? Like, it just don't make sense at all.
Lord, why are these people persecuting me?
Mm-hmm. That's what she
I
did.
stole another woman's, after a woman helps raise this guy's kids, he goes out and has an affair with me. After Fani Willis, who said a number of times on camera that no DA should sleep with employees.
That's exactly what she said. She said no DA should sleep with their employees. No DA should be stealing money. And it's so funny that she said both of those things, that DA shouldn't be stealing money and sleeping with their workers. And then she turned around and do both of them. I mean, that's just a hypocrite. You go on to say what a DA shouldn't do because you wanted to be voted in at the time, and you get in there and you do the opposite of what you said you weren't going to do or what shouldn't be done. So it's just weird, man. This woman needs to be gone.
That it's a compromise. It's not going to work. 22 charges. Don't go away, Fanny. You're busted.
Sure is.
And you're going to drag the whole thing down, and I love it. Please stay on. I'm rooting with you, Fanny. Please stay on and just discredit, soil this whole thing. Quote, It's a bad look for her. And I've heard more than one experienced attorney assume that the relationship is enough to disqualify her.
Yep.
That's right. None of this is what we expect of a prosecutor handling a case of such significance. Correct. Quote, assuming Judge Scott McAfee permits her to remain on the case, she will be a nonstop target for the former president and for Doug in exile.
Me too.
Willis would do well to proceed with humility. I don't think it's in her bones, guys. Does she come off as humble to you? And take responsibility for making such an unnecessary misstep. And now we know she does not take responsibility either.
She don't.
She spent her whole career defending herself and attacking even her peers in her own office.
Yep.
Anyone, whether above or below. This woman's not humble. She doesn't have it in her. She may gain it, but it's not there now.
Exactly.
McAfee has now requested that Roman's lawyers respond to Willis's latest filing to argue why the evidentiary hearing should still move forward. And I just say they should keep hitting her, just unleash on her, let it go. Don't pull up, get her off the case. Speaking to Newsweek about the matter, David Ehrenberg, a Florida state attorney and legal expert, suggested that disclosing the relationship earlier would not have averted controversy. False. As the mere appearance of a conflict would cause concern, even if a conflict does not exist on the merits. No, but you always want to get it out early instead of having it have to get ripped out through discovery, where then it really does look like she was covering stuff up.
Right.
She made so many unforced errors on this thing. She should have come out and enumerated all 22 charges, said, I did this, I did this, I did this, I did this. I can't believe I did this, and I'm sorry. And if you guys won't accept this apology, then please accept me recusing.
Right. I mean, because you got to look at it like this. It's funny how they try to go on this little tantrum of trying to accuse other people of being corrupt when they corrupt themselves. And she knew she was doing wrong, but she didn't think she'll get caught because this is what they do. They try to put all the attention on Donald Trump and trying to stay going after him, that they feel like they can just get away with everything. And this woman probably been doing this for the longest. And now she has been caught. So, hey.
Myself and stepping down, and we'll put in this professional DA instead, which is anyone but Fani Willis. When you indict a former president, especially someone as polarizing as Donald Trump, you've got to know you'll be under a microscope. and must make sure there are no vulnerabilities to exploit, Ehrenberg expressed. In other words, don't bring out the B team. Fani Willis wasn't just the B team. She was the Z team. No other team, according to Sonny Hostin, even wanted to take this case. That's how bad it was. They found, instead, they went to the grease trap, went to the very bottom of it, and found Fani Willis and said, good enough. They're all Democrats. We'll get a sympathetic judge and jury, and we'll get them. Quote, Willis's relationship with Wade is not in and of itself a conflict of interest that requires recusal, but the perception of a conflict distracts from the prosecution and could delay matters. It's the relationship and the payments to Wade that have generated unneeded controversy.
Yeah, because you got to look at it, bro. She paid this man almost $700,000, and he had no experience in nothing. And you telling me he got paid more money than everybody she had in that office? I think they said the person that was making the most money in her office was like right at $93,000. And you just bring this man right here off the street and pay him almost $700,000. So we see why you paid him that, because you was having a relationship with him, which we can say, we ain't got to say allegedly now because they came out and said it now. So that's the reason why you were playing favoritism, because you actually liked the man, took the man from his wife and paid him almost $700,000. Then you turn around and go on these expensive trips with him. Now we see why you did all of this. And then obviously also in that money you pay him to go after Donald Trump, to help you go after him. Got caught.
Disclosing the relationship would not have changed that. The payments were for the relationships. They could go on a Caribbean cruise. Well, you can't separate them. They're inextricable. This guy is making excuses. I have no idea why. I only know Fani Willis is corrupt. Well, I hope she stays on the case so that Trump is more likely to go free and buck all of these charges.
Yep. And so he can get rid of these charges. This case right here needs to be dropped. It needs to be dropped. They might as well just go ahead and drop this case, because guess what? Fani Willis has a lot on her plate right now. I mean a lot. Every day is something else new coming out. Look what Jim Jordan just did. He just subpoenaed her to court. So she got a lot on her plate to be trying to sit around and worry about Donald Trump now and what she was trying to do to him. And like I've said before, it's just funny how these people call this man corrupt, but yet they are the one that's corrupt. Stealing taxpayer dollars to go on trips? Come on, man. What's worse than that? Stealing taxpayers' dollars. Corrupt Fani Willis. But like I said, y'all let me know what y'all think about it in the comments section. Thank you all for watching, especially everyone that stayed to the end. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.